Remember that album Dion? With we always used to listen to when we went on road trips with Best of Dolly Parton and Anne Murray's greatest hits, and then Dion. I remember you. You made it. Feeling old feelings again. Some feelings never. It's a good album. It was Dionne Warwick. Mom really liked Dionne Warwick. Most moms do like Dionne Warwick. That's why you have that clueless, you know, Cher, Dionne Warwick. Um, I'm like Cher. We used to watch the Sonny and Cher show. Mom, Cher had good voice and stuff. Growing up, and a lot of the women that had real good voices, you had Dolly Parton, Dionne Warwick, Barbara Streisand, Diana Ross. You know. So just about all, growing up, the thing mostly, I mean, how many families didn't have, John Denver, Anne Murray, Dolly Parton, Diana Ross, Thought it took a little time to learn about love and never did believe in love and on time. Love and on sight, that's it. Sorry. Shut up. Okay, all these people. You got that wrong. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. I can get anything wrong I fucking want. Right. Fuck you. I'm tired, you rotten, dirty, faithless, selfish, despicable fucking bastards. I'm so fucking tired of all of you. All you famous people, all you scientists, all you, the scientist people in the Richie Rich community, they're the type of people that get off on, like the girl when we lived in Santa Fe. They're the type, Richie Rich people are the type that, Howard Hughes. She goes, I hate this fucking place. Me and Amy came in because she could talk to us because we were down to earth, pretty decent people. Well, everybody thought that when we were in Santa Fe. Because Amy's real charming, right? Like when we go to, but she said, the one little girl said, we were at Outback, and she says, it sucks. She goes, these rich people will come in and be dressed and look homeless and stuff. And then they come in and you're busting your ass trying to take care of everybody. But, you make a living off of your tips because Santa Fe is expensive. And then, they're real shitty to you when they leave, and they go out back and they get their rolls and they leave because you were nicer to the family of 5 and catered more on the family of 5 than you did on them. And you're like, but the family of 5's got 5 kids with, and stuff. And they're not gonna, they're not going to leave a good tip. They're a family of 5, right? And so she's like, I fucking hate Santa Fe. These self-righteous fucking rich hypocrites. Yeah, I get it. Me and Amy are like, yeah. But we always got that everywhere we went. Like when we went to the Chinese buffet, there was the little Mexican couple, and they thought me and Amy were Mexican. And every time we got that a lot in Santa Fe with the little Mexican couples, and we always got it. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good time and man. And all the women would sit there and say, it's sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. But if you love him, be proud of him, because after all, he's just a man. We got that so many times with a lot of the little sweet Mexican couples in Santa Fe. Every time we go to the buffets and hang out with the kids and stuff. It was funny because they would sit there and say, wait, those are your 2 kids, those 2, the white ones? Like Bob Nice used to, damn, Dad, your kids make white kids look dark, with Emmy and Noah, They sit there, really? That's okay. Well, Natalie looks like both of you. Well, Natalie's not mine. And we used to get that with Patrick, too. Okay. And it used to make Amy mad because Patrick was like 9 years old. And people would say, okay, that's brother and sister. They look like they could be brother and sister, And Amy would be like, okay, I have a 9-year-old kid. I'm 19. It's like, yeah. And she'd get mad. It's one of the things that made her mad when she'd go places with Patrick. Because they had Patrick and his sister, and they would think, okay, and that made her really, her vanity, it just tore her up. Because I'm 33, she's 19, I have a 9-year old, and they thought, okay, because mulatto, that's his mom, and okay. And that's one of the things that ripped into her vanity, it ripped us apart. I hate society, I fucking hate society. I hate it with purple fucking passion. I can't stand it. If we were, better people that didn't compare and do things like that, first of all, we'd have a lot less divorce becomes final today. Me and little Joe will leave the White House in a shambles, and then the next liar comes in and says, okay, well, none of us are ever going to fucking tell the truth, so let's start killing people. And that's what they do. They go into the building. No one's ever going to intend on telling the truth. They have options too. It's not like that Paradise movie. That's propaganda. It's all propaganda because none of them have any intention on telling the truth. They're going to get away with these lies, and it's never going to ever come out. That's how stem cell cloning research, large and in charge, the most amazing engineering in the history of the world, to be in charge of everything, control everybody's minds, clean up why don't you just wipe the things clean? Why wasn't that our first option? Why don't you just erase the thing on the chart and just, well, okay, like on Big Bang Theory, when he fucked up the Mars rover, and then it ended up being one of the greatest discoveries in the history of science, and he couldn't take credit for it. And, and then when they're the bird and the thing and Penny, why don't you just do that? And, common sense on how to be a thief or a liar. Oh, I'm too smart to do that. Oh, yeah, they always are. So you sit there. And I woke up this morning and last night and stuff. I am feeling old feelings. And it's like, okay, so you could put an enzyme and infiltrate it and put a thing together and have an enzyme put inside the supercomputers that would kill all people plugged into supercomputers. And then artificial general intelligence would start taking over the operations of supercomputers and interaction with human thought processes to control them and manage them, instead of having actual people plugged in, which are, undesirable because they're hard to control. That's a lot. And I thought, what that reminds me of, guys? That reminds me of during COVID, when the cartels couldn't afford to feed and take care of all the girls they raped to death down there, so they just killed them all because it was COVID and they didn't want to take a chance on getting a disease from maybe being sick and stuff like that. So, yeah, remember that happened last year. You guys remember that? Wasn't that? You don't remember that? Jack Keane, you don't remember that? Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, you don't remember that? Remember that? Wasn't that a special memory? Isn't that how Bill Gates and all those guys, helped cut down on brothel sex like 65%? And then we went more from brothel sex to girls being able to get their citizenship and become porn stars online and take care of their whole family, being porn stars online. Wow. I'm a hustler, baby. Those are good memories, man. Good fucking memories. Oh, that girl looks like she'd be fun to have sex with. Okay. Have the right color and size dildo to make me feel not too inadequate and the wrong, race. In the boyfriend experience. Say my name. So you remember that? Isn't that neat, the way we made that transition? It's just so special. It's so much more thrilling and empowering than living the Lord's Prayer, right? God damn, dude. I told you guys how much I fucking hate this place. You're born here. I don't give a fuck. I leave, I'm never coming back, like I used to tell everybody in Phoenix with the carbon emission poisoning and the allergies and shit. I was like, because I went from Spring Lake, North Carolina, back to Phoenix. I had certain allergies because everything from toxins, and stuff has a different reactions on your body, and I had horrible allergies and stuff, on my skin and rashes and different things that I had to adjust to when they sent me to North Carolina. because it handles the toxins and the stuff and the plants, and you got to adjust to the plants. Going, we got to kill the humans. These people are trying to kill everything on the planet, and they are a disease. It's like, yeah, I agree. Is this a Keanu Reeves movie? Right. So you're sitting there, it sucked. And the racial hate groups and stuff, Patrick goes, I hate the Western, mentality. It's like, and you like Texas and Texas. If you don't agree with our way of life in our country, we will kill you. We will kill you. We will kill you. If you don't agree that our country is the greatest at killing people, the most efficiently for freedom to fight over money, we will kill you. We are Texas. New Mexico, we don't need no stinking badges, and we can, New Mexico is out of the night when the full moon is bright, is Zorro. Hey, how do you think I got my ass in trouble stealing from the rich and giving to the poor? You know how New Mexico is. Hey, oh no, that's okay. We've hired people that used to make phony IDs at the DMV for illegal immigrants. I'm like, no, I'm the most surveyed person in the history of the world. So if you do dirty deeds done dirt cheap and you don't want people eternally, like your grandchildren and children, sit there and say, hey, you're like Pontius Pilate, Grandma. Wow. You helped businesses that rape little girls to death and then kill them to adjust people's brain activity for mass mind control operations. You helped. And then tried to, you disrespected and were shitty. And so it was, look at, oh, you think I'm going to do that the way you talk to my wife? She doesn't call you wife. She calls you boyfriend. And she's in there doing chat room cheating things because this is a military town. And you know how many guys you can find to fuck that are way better looking than you that will do it on a night if they can't find any other better looking girl to fuck because they think it's fun. It's funny, and they laugh at you. They like come into the store and say, yeah, I fucked your wife 5 times last week. I'm military intel. Makes them feel powerful and sneaky. It makes them feel like you're just the stupidest thing ever. And you better respect them or they'll fuck your wife 4 times on Thursday and her 12-year-old daughter at the same time. And they'll video record it and laugh at it at the fort and say, oh, wow, I'd hate to see where I'd be without Navy Federal Credit Union. Not me at all. I'd abolish all of you and take your penguin suits and just, I'm working on it. Well, you know me, I'm a gracious good shepherd, you fucking assholes. All right, don't hang in there. Just sit back in that chair right there and let me do my thing. All right, I'll take care of the evil one. Holy jihad, Batman. I got this. All right, peace.